Every day, billions of us use chemicals to alter our reality. We consume them to wake up, to wind down, or escape the present moment. We treat these substances like magic cheat codes, as if they can manufacture new energy or generate peace out of thin air. But the human brain is a strictly regulated, closed system. Its primary mandate is to maintain a state of equilibrium, a physiological baseline known as homeostasis. A chemically forced high is a withdrawal from future stability. You are taking out a biological loan against yourself. Because homeostasis demands balance, the brain acts as a ledger. Every time you borrow from tomorrow, the system makes sure it collects its debts. The most socially acceptable way we borrow from the future is through caffeine. It is a daily, ubiquitous microloan. Yet, for all its popularity, caffeine provides no actual chemical energy for your body to burn. This diagram illustrates how the trick works. The triangular caffeine molecule wedges into a neural receptor, physically blocking the circular adenosine, the signal your brain produces to tell you you're tired. The brain keeps producing exhaustion signals, but caffeine builds a wall to hide them. When the caffeine eventually breaks down, that wall collapses. The accumulated adenosine floods your receptors all at once, resulting in a sudden wave of fatigue and irritability. Reaching for a second cup in the afternoon to fight off that crash is the active management of mild chemical withdrawal. You are servicing a biological debt. Alcohol represents a medium-impact loan. We use it to generate warmth, connection, and social ease. Physiologically, alcohol is a depressant. This animated diagram of neural activity shows its function, mimicking GABA to forcefully slow down your central nervous system. The desyncing waveform illustrates alcohol disconnecting perception from reality. Because your prefrontal cortex slows down, you cannot measure your own impairment. The morning after a heavy night of drinking is a violent debt collection. Your brain frantically tries to re-regulate its suppressed chemistry, leaving you with a spike of raw anxiety and physical distress. Over time, heavy reliance on this depressant trains your nervous system to stop producing its own calming chemicals. The brain loses its capacity to relax naturally, eroding your baseline ability to handle human stress. Hard stimulants, like cocaine or methamphetamine, operate on an entirely different scale. They move past borrowing energy and outright hijack the brain's fuel reserves. This visualization shows the mechanism's aggression. Stimulants block dopamine reabsorption, trapping it inside neural pathways and triggering a massive flood of pleasure signals across the synapse. This delivers a brief peak of invincibility, but burns the entire dopamine reserve. Afterward, the supply is empty. The resulting crash leaves the world feeling cold, hostile, and flat. Experiencing joy without it is physiologically impossible because the receptors are exhausted and unresponsive. This is biological bankruptcy. The drained ledger rewires the user's behavior, turning the pursuit of a high into a desperate need just to survive at baseline. The law of conservation dictates that energy cannot be created from nothing. That principle governs human neurochemistry just as strictly as it governs physics. Substances do not invent new emotions. They hijack the neural infrastructure that already exists to facilitate focus, connection, and joy. There is no free high. Whenever you borrow a feeling from a substance, you will always pay it back with interest. Protect your baseline peace. Seek your equilibrium naturally, because long-term balance can never be found on a chemical ledger.